Hey guys, what's up? We're coming back at you with another episode of Cash Cows Poker TV. This is the highlight reel, and I am Eric White doing some light commentary work for you on this video. Let's jump right into the hand. We got a straddle on the button from Jones, a call from Danny, a call from Charlie, a call from Flint. Tim folds. Max folds. Zach makes the call. We'll see if I'm going to make the call as well. I forgot. Definitely some fun poker going on here at Cash Cows Poker TV. I do make the fold. Actually, Zach's made it raise to $7. Let's see what's going down here. Jones makes the call. Danny makes the call. He's trying his 5-deuce magic again. And what's Flint gonna do? Alright, we're going to go to a flop here. We got ace 10-10 on the flop. A little piece of it for Zach and a huge piece of it for Jones. I don't really see the other two players continuing any further. Let's see how this goes. Zach checks to the button. Let's see how it's going down here. Jones bets $9. We get a fold from Danny, and I assume, yeah, Flint's going to go ahead and kick those in as well. And Zach's going to make the call. I'm sorry, that was a $14 bet apparently. Zach makes the call. Zach turns 2 pair, still behind to Jones's trip 10s. We'll see where it goes from there. Jones usually a pretty snug player.
Like the only people tonight rooting for the Warriors were like die-hard lifer Warriors fans out in California. When I was about to finish, I was saying pieces of shit.
Alright, Zach checks it over.
I covered you, don't
Jones is going to fire. Looks to be a bet of 22. At this point, you might be putting Jones on a better ace. You might be putting Jones on a bluff here. It was a call from his straddle. He doesn't necessarily have to have the best hand.
Like, I imagine that's his poker sweatshirt. That's his go-to poker sweatshirt he probably brought. And now you've wiped Tim's face on it. I don't think that's what it was.
I think this is a situation where you're folding a lot of the time, but there's, every now and then you're going to want to look your opponent up. You don't want to get knocked off your ace too easily.
Good luck to you.
Not sure what Zach's going to do here.
I don't know what they did to these strings, but it's pretty neat. I ain't never seen them do a string on some...
Makes the call. 22. Alright, we're going to go to a river card. River's a pretty harmless 4. Danny's 5-deuce magic would have been gold, of course. Zach's reaching for chips here. Reaches for chips, bets what looks to be 30. Jones is going to think about it for a while. I don't see him ever folding a 10 here. He's most likely trying to decide whether to just call or still make the raise he was originally intending to make. Might be thinking about it for a little while here. We'll take this time to give a shout out to all the players in the game. Zach, Peely, Max, Danny, Charlie, Tim, Jones. Appreciate you guys being in the game. We definitely, this next season, will have professional commentary, and we will have the action on screen for you guys. I know that's a struggle some games watching because we don't have the actual bets on screen, but this upcoming season I'm paying someone to sit at the computer.
Just to let you know, like, I'm not folding.
I'm gonna go back to family here and like, shut up.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to
Everything tells me like ace queen.
yes, you know, but
I just decided to play it slow, but like the way you check the flop right there, it could easily be like king 10. So I'm just gonna flat call.
A lot of back and forth banter going on.
Kicker's good.
Why would you ever fold five?
We got a call.
Earlier?
Just a flat call, it looks like. Alright, on to our second hand of the episode. Let's see what monsters we can come up with here. They don't look like monsters when they're first popping onto the screen. Let's see how it goes. Nothing too major. Pocket tens for Jones. We got a limp here from Zach. I'm going to lay it down. On around to Jones with the tens.
Spell subliminal. He's like, what's that band?
And let's see what he's going to do.
No, S-U-B-L-I-M-A-L.
He's like animal, but slightly.
Got a raise to 3 and a call from Danny, a fold from Charlie, a call from Flint. Tim makes the fold. I'm assuming Zach's going to chuck a few more dollars in here with Queen Deuce suited. Alright, we're in there. 4 players to the flop.
Thought y'all were about to pay me cheese. Cheese pants.
Okay, we got an ace high flop, a couple of clubs.
Yes, we paid them all.
None of the players have an ace. Jones with the best hand right now with pocket tens. Zach with the best percentage with a queen high flush draw.
2 clubs at like 40 times tonight.
Sure.
At some point.
Have you been paid out one?
No.
We got a check, check. Checks around.
Yeah, but fuck those. So.
Alright, we got to pair the board sixes here. Still nobody with a 6. But again, we still have the pair of tens. We've got Danny now with a 5. It looks like a bet of 5 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter is the bet. Kind of an iffy spot for Jones with the ace out there with this many players in the hand. See how he's going to play it. 2 players behind you, that got to make you a little uncomfortable, but they've also checked 2 streets, so you got that going for you. Alright, Jones is going to make the call. We got a fold from Danny, fold from Flint. We're going to be heads up going to the river.
They get money now. They get money now.
Like,
Some decent little pot,
John
man.
Malkovich as the judge. Fucking
Wow.
fantastic.
Jones has just hit trip tens, tens full I should say. Hits his 10 on the river, makes tens full of 6s. He's going to just fire $26 after Zach checks to him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Surely this is... Wow. Zach makes the call. Jones shows tens full.
Oh my god, that was the best. Sheldon was the other attorney, man.
And Zach mucks. Alright, to evaluate that hand, for those of you who are watching at home, I imagine that Zach is putting him on a lesser missed flush draw or a missed straight draw, just the way the hand played through. It's a bit of a loose call. I know you guys are watching at home thinking, oh, that's crazy loose call, but if you think your opponent has the lesser flush, sometimes in no limit hold'em, you go with your read. On to hand number 3 of the episode. I don't remember this hand in particularly. Oh wait, yes I do. Unfortunately, when I'm doing the announcing, I also have to do all the editing, so I've seen all the hands before I announce. We got a raise under the gun to Jones for $3. Folds around, Tim makes the call, Max folds, Zach folds, and I assume I'm going to kick in my 6-2 here, I hope. Surely I'm not going to play it this poorly. Let me take a peek at it.
I'm starting to change my opinion on him.
And I fold. So we're going to go to this flop heads up between Jones and Tim.
I think he's been so athletic and so strong his whole life that no one is really...
See what we can squeeze out of these 3 cards.
But he's a project because they're going to be like, cool.
That's a lot of squeezing. Both players flop trip kings. Jones with the ace kicker. Tim with the ace kicker. Jones with the 10. Both players have got to think they're going to be trapping one another here.
guys, you know.
Oh, we got a check back and forth. The trap has been set.
I'm a little more interested to see Jay Morant.
That's a pretty good turn card for Jones to pick up outs. It looks like he has trip kings now with the king high flush draw with the diamond hitting the turn. Let's see how it's going down here. Now he's finally decided to spring into action. He's going to bet $7.
He's like, I'm better than Stephen Curry. I'm like, well, that's a bold statement, but still, I like the fact that you're talking shit before you're even there. That tells me that you belong there, or at least you believe you belong there.
Let's see what Tim's going to do here.
Yes, he plays for the Clippers.
Tim's just going to make the call. We're going to go ahead and take a river card.
You don't have to enthrall me.
I would have liked to have seen a raise from Tim there just because the board is kind of getting ugly. You know, Queen 10, diamond draws, etc. But he knows what he's doing.
No, that's the
Jones does not improve his hand on the river. He's still got tripped kings with a jack and a 10. His kicker still plays. He's only beat by a better king, a full house, or a straight at this point. He's going to fire 15.
Like, yeah, LeBron just signed with the Clippers. Let me go get my first ever.
Tim's still sitting on the monster hand. I assume he's had intentions this entire hand of raising Jones eventually. We'll see if he gets to that point or if he just makes the smooth call. What's he gonna do?
No, I want him to be like better than Wiggins.
I hope the Bulls don't take him. He's better than Wiggins.
Yeah, I really think he's better than Wiggins.
Wiggins never really loved.
All right, looks like we're gonna have a raise to 45. He's gonna raise him 30 more on top.
No, okay, what's Wiggins like?
That's a pretty quick call for Jones. He's got the trip kings. He doesn't put Tim on a straight. Tim shows. Jones mucks towards Tim. And that hand, if it was more aggressive early, I think it could have gotten way bigger. They both played pretty reasonable here. So we're going to push that pot to Tim. Move on to the next hand. That was a pretty good one. Let's see, what else do we have here? What's this, hand number 4? All right, nothing too major popping up on screen. Oh, we got some aces for Jones there. Got some aces for Jones. All right, where are we at here? And Jones is on the button in the straddle with those aces. What a beautiful life he must live right now. And we're obviously having a bit of a conversation. It is still a social game for us. You got a fold from Tim there, a fold from Max right afterwards. Zach makes the $2 call. And you had a call from Flint as well. I decided to make the $2 call with 4 deuce suited.
Raise 9 more.
Jones is going to make it 8 more. Flint quickly gives up his queen 8. Let's see what Zach's going to do. I gotta assume Zach's gonna call because this is a highlight reel and I know I'm not calling. Alright, he calls. We're gonna be heads up to the flop. Aces versus ace 4 suited. Let's see what we get here. Okay, no real improvement to either hand. Aces, I assume, still have the backup nut flush and the overpair, of course. So let's see how it goes down. Zach's gonna be first to act here. He's going to make the check. Looks like Jones is going to fire 17. Zach's going to make the call. He's going to float here with ace high, see the turn, see if he can maybe take it away from Jones on the turn would be my take on it. Well, he's now turned some outs. He's got a 4-outer now. Let's see if he's going to check that or if he's going to try to make his attempt to take the pot away from Jones now. He's going to go ahead and make the check, it looks like. And Jones is going to bet 35. He's now got the gut shot. He's going to go ahead and come with him. Calls the 35. We're going to go to the river, see if he gets there. Oof, close on the river. Very close. Not quite there. Let's see what approach he takes.
That's 50.
He's going to check, and Jones is going to fire 50. He's going to think about it for a while here. I believe the only way you can call here is if you put your opponent on king, queen, king, jack, missed heart draw. But even then, you know, you have to hope they didn't pair something along the way. It is a raise from the button, so that looks a bit suspicious because he had the straddle on and then he kicks it up after they limp in. That does look a bit suspicious as far as it could be weak. You know, everybody would just... We're also playing the button game where when you take down the button, you win what's on there, but there's only $1 on that thing. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
An awful lot of money to spend to buy a $2 button.
Alright, Zach's going to make the laydown. Good laydown. Sometimes you want to be a hero, but sometimes you just got to allow your opponent to have the best hand, which he did from beginning to end there.
What are you doing to lose that game, Mr. Houston?
Alright, here's our next hand. See what we're working with here. Flint's got himself some pocket 10s. I've got 6-4 suited. Zach's got himself some jack-deuce suited. And you've got some basketball on there in the background, so a little bit of something for everybody. See where we're at here. We got Tim on the button. Jones folds. Flint makes the call.
Use your powerful hind legs to try to kick us. Ever?
Tim's hurling money at me. I assume he makes it 5. There we go. We got a fold from Zach. I'm sorry, a fold from Max. Actions on Zach. Fold from Zach.
You mean those crime-solving whippersnappers?
I make the call. Flint makes the call. Oh, wow. Flint has, for the second time in this highlight reel, flopped a set of 10s. The first time was in part 1 against Peely's pocket 7s that turned a set. Let's see how we're going to play it. Looks like he goes check, check. Flint's trying to trap.
When did you guys get this card?
That's a pretty big card for Tim right there. Flint now fires out 15. Tim has top pair still, but he also has a queen high flush draw to go with it now. Let's see how it's going down. He's going to think about it for a minute. This is a spot where he could raise. He can just flat and try to win it. Alright, he's going to make the call. And let's go to a river. Oof, Tim bangs the spade on the river. There's no way in his mind that he's not good here with this hand. We're going to have to see if Flint can get away from it. Looks like Flint fires another 15. I don't see Tim flat calling here. I think you have to make a raise. It's not the nut flush, but it's a damn fine hand in this situation. Reaching for chips.
53 total.
He's going to make a raise to what looks to be about 48 total. This has got to make you sick if you're Flint. Been having a pretty rough night as it is. Other than a few good hands. One good hand against Peely. He had a pretty rough go of it. And this is just a brutal spot because once again you flopped what should be a really good hand. If you know your opponent has a queen, this is a very great situation for you normally 99 times out of 100. But he's going to think about it for a while, and rightfully so. There's it's just a sick run out against him. This is like the brutal parts of poker, where you're expecting to win a $100 pot, and now it's looking like you're going to lose a $125 pot. He makes the call. Tim shows him the bad news. That's the look of absolute distraught. Been there myself many, many a time. Alright, guys. I do hope you're enjoying this big action. That's a fairly large pot. Looks to be about 150, give or take. Maybe 160. Tim's going to take that down. Big shout out to all the players here at Cash Cows Poker TV. We can't wait to have them back again and get this poker up and jumping.